Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you step by step how I repaired the broken touch screen of an itel a56 by replacing an old broken touch screen and replacing it with a brand new one. Of course, this was something that was not too difficult to do, although it involved some skills like using the soldering iron, which we are going to discuss in this video. So let's get started. First things first, I first examined the phone, then I opened its back cover. I then used the screwdriver to open all the screws one by one, starting from the downer part. I then removed the metallic casing covering the battery, followed by a piece of plastic covering the downer PCB. I went all the way up to remove the plastic covering the main motherboard. I then disconnected the screen fiber and the fiber connecting the PCB to the battery. After disconnecting all the fibers, I removed the main motherboard. Next, it was time to remove the battery. I used a piece of metal and benzene liquid to soften the glue that is holding the phone and the battery together. After a few minutes, I was able to pull out the battery. And now the fiber that connects the screen to the motherboard is exposed. I then placed the remaining chassis on the screen separator. I left it to heat several minutes, such that the glue that is holding the screen and the phone chassis weakens, so that I can pull out the screen easily. Next part, I used a piece of plastic to gently remove the touch screen without damaging the inner display screen. I moved this piece of plastics on the sides of the phone until the whole outer damaged touch screen falls off. After this, I came to realize that the outer touch screen is also connected to the inner screen by the same fiber. So I decided to remove the inner screen as well using a piece of metal and then later using a piece of plastic. I later switched to using a piece of plastic so that I can remove the screen easily without breaking, because the plastic material was more flexible than the metallic material. I then removed the whole combination of the inner screen and the outer screen, then took my time and cleaned the chassis of the phone using benzene water and a piece of metal. Now on to the next part. I used the soldering gun to hit the iron that is holding the inner screen and the outer screen. I heated the iron which was on their common fiber so that they both separate. After this, I brought a new touch screen and soldered it in the exact position where the old touch screen was. After soldering is done, I placed the whole complete pair of screen back onto their chassis after applying some glue on it. I then placed back the motherboard into its exact position, followed by the battery and then the downer PCB, also known as the flex. As I was closing the phone, I first switched it on to see whether it works fine. I then placed back the piece of plastic well back into its position, followed by the metallic casing covering the battery and then the plastic covering the flex. And then I placed back the screws and tied them using a screwdriver. I then turned on the phone to check whether the touch screen I placed works fine. After noticing that the touch screen works just fine, I then opened the downer part of the phone to remove the flex so that I can repair its charging system as well. I placed the flex onto my PCB holder and heated the old PCB away and then placed a new one. I did this by the help of a workstation. After this, I placed back the flex into the phone and then soldered the vibrator back into its position. Then placed back the screws and tied everything using a screwdriver. I then tested the phone to find out whether the charging port has worked. After displaying the battery icon showing that the charging port works fine, after realizing that the phone charges and the screen touch works fine, I wrapped rubber bands around the phone so that the glue sticks. After about 5 minutes, I removed all the rubber bands holding the phone and tested the touch screen of the phone once again to find out that it works just fine. Don't forget to leave a like if you liked this video, and consider subscribing so that you can be updated whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for passing by. See you next time.